Hello, I'm Saskia from rawfreedom.co.uk, and today I'm going to be demonstrating one of my favourite raw condiments, and I use it all year round, but I particularly find it useful in the winter because we're cold and we want to have nice warming foods to help us feel comforted and warm. And if you love chilies, you are going to love this. If you love cooked sweet chilli sauce, you're going to love this even more because it's just pure and fresh and delicious. So the very first thing that we need is 2 chilies, and with your chilies it really depends on how hot they are, but you can either leave the seeds in or take them out depending on how hot you want them. One of the things that you can do to actually test how hot your chilies are is just gently touch the end of your tongue to this part of the chili and you'll find out how fiery it is. So I'm going to de-seed my chilies because I love spice, but these are really fiery chilies. When you're de-seeding, you want to make sure that you take out the white vein that the seeds are actually attached to as well, because that's also part of what is incredibly hot in a chili. And obviously one of the things that you want to do after you've de-seeded a chili like this, you might want to use rubber gloves because it's incredibly hot, and if you touch your eyes or your nostrils then you'll find that it really burns any kind of soft tissue. The other thing that you can do is grab half a lemon or a lime as well and rub it on your hands, because that also really helps to get rid of the chili on your fingers. I love the way that nature actually provides us with these solutions. And as always, you know I don't have knife skills, so this is basically doing it like anybody normally would. You can see how easy it is. So we've got all our chilies there, and I'm just going to chop them up a bit because I'm going to be using the food processor part of my hand blender to blend up the sweet chili sauce. So in goes the chili. We're going to put in a whole clove of garlic. Now the best way to remove the skin is to put the flat of your knife against the clove and just smash like that, and you'll find that the skin just peels off beautifully. Cut the end off, the bit that's a bit woody, give it a bit of a chop before it goes into your blender. You can use a hand blender like a wand blender for this. If you're going to use a machine like this, you might want to double or triple your quantity because this makes a relatively small amount. So to your chilies and your garlic, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of raw agave syrup. So I always recommend you use raw agave syrup rather than the agave syrup that you can get in supermarkets and most health food shops. Raw agave syrup, I get mine from Detox Your World online. They do this raw agave syrup, which is a Superfoodies brand, and it's definitely the best agave syrup that I've come across, and it doesn't spike my blood sugar like more processed and cooked agave syrups do. We're also going to add in a tablespoon of water, and a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. So I know how much a teaspoon looks like, so I'm just going to measure that in my hands and put it in. And then just blend. And generally when I'm blending it, what I'm looking for is chopped chili, chopped garlic. You want your garlic really fine, and your seeds, if you've got seeds in them, they also want to be a bit broken up. So just check, just see how you're doing. Yeah, that looks looking gorgeous. And then what I do is I just keep that in a jar, in the fridge, and it will last 2 or 3 weeks in the fridge, sometimes longer than that. You'll notice that it changes flavour and sort of mellows the longer you keep it. But that is your completely natural, raw, sweet chilli sauce. And I actually then add that to salads. I might have it with marinated mushrooms and cashew cheese sauce with wilted greens, which is in my recipe book. Or I'll sprinkle it over soup. Sometimes I'll just have it with some avocado. I'm not vegan, so I love it with poached eggs and salad and avocado too. It's just delicious.